This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
The top-ranked Kentucky Wildcats expect a tough environment Saturday when they travel to South Carolina for an SEC matchup. The game at Colonial Life Arena is sold out, and historically, Kentucky has had problems at South Carolina, losing 3 of its last 5 games there. John Calipari says the Gamecocks will play physical and move around on offense.
Got to be strong with the ball. You got to play through bumps. You got to know that they're coming and find open men. I don't think they'll leave the baseline like they've been because we'll throw lobs. So I think they'll leave from everywhere else and leave one guy back, which means maybe you can get to the rim, maybe you can't. We'll work on stuff today, but they also played the 2-3 zone against us. They also play a 3-2 zone. I mean, they really explore the lane on offense every time down. They always have someone in that lane area trying. If you switch, they try to post that guy.
So Kentucky will be at South Carolina this Saturday when it battles the Gamecocks at 12 noon on ESPN. The Wildcats are 18-0 overall, 5-0 in the SEC. South Carolina is 10-7 overall and just 1-4 in league play. In Kentucky's last 5 games at Colonial Life Arena, the Wildcats are just 2-3, including last season's loss. So the Wildcats have some not-so-fond memories of playing at South Carolina and are hoping Saturday is not another. Matt Jones has more in tonight's KSR Minute.
Kentucky heads to Columbia, South Carolina on Saturday in a game that I think will be much more difficult than people think. Now, I know I said that for Alabama, and the Cats ended up playing their best game of the year. But South Carolina's been a place where Kentucky's had some bad options. Go think back to 2010. Kentucky takes a call from Barack Obama. They're undefeated. They go to Columbia, and they lose their first game. And last year, it was maybe the low point of the season when Kentucky went to Columbia. They lost, Calipari got kicked out, and after the game, a lot of national writers buried the team. The best thing UK has going for them, actually, though, is that history. These players know what happened last year. You may remember that's when Aaron Harrison gave his famous speech that it was going to be a special season. So while most people might look at this game as a potential loss or one that they'd overlook, I don't think it's going to happen. But I do think it'll be closer than you think. South Carolina will play them tight, they'll play them close, and even though I was wrong on Alabama, I think Kentucky wins, but just by a few points. I'm Matt Jones, and this is the KSR Minute.
Local college basketball doubleheader in Pikeville between UPike and Ohio Christian. Women up first. Buckets hard to come by early for the Bears. Toe on the line for Kalia Quigley. You know what? They'll take it. Q had a team-high 18. UPike, though, down 1 off the inbounds pass. Candace Porter catches and shoots from the elbow. 2 of 14 points for the former Sheldon Clark Lady Cardinal. Midway through the first half, Bears putting together a run, capped off by Erin Swatzel, going high off the glass for 2 of her 7 points. UPike would go into the locker room down 3, but would outscore Ohio Christian 45-22 in the second half and win it 77-57. The Bears improved to 17-5 overall. The number 3 UPike Bears taking a break from Mid-South Conference play and welcoming in Ohio Christian. But first, let's check out the football coach. Al Holland Jr. out on the court with all his conference football players between the men and women's games. Kelly Wells and his coaching staff participating in Suits and Sneakers Awareness Week during the basketball game. KK Simmons pushing it up the court, stops and pops. When he's knocking them down early, you know it's going to be a good night for number 24. The Bears scored 57 points in the first half, mainly because of and ones. Jackson Hussey and 1. Malik Jacobs, you're up next in the paint and 1. How about Kenny Manigault? And 1. See where this is going, Manigault? You guessed it, another and 1. Bears again, 57 points in the first half. UPike wins at 99-79. Manigault with a team-high 23. Simmons added 22. John Collins in Breathitt County paying a visit to Memorial Gym tonight in high school action. Bobcat big man Luke Cheney showing he's got some range. The long 2 gives Breathitt a 4-point lead in the first. You know who else can shoot from outside? Number 3 for Hazard, that's Hunter Hardy. He rattles home the 3. Ryan Smith, he can also shoot. He cans a triple from the same spot as Hardy. Then from the far corner, Hardy again. It's good. Bulldogs lead by 8. At the other end, Ethan Little, the nice stutter step layup off the glass plus the foul. UPike top play contender here, but Hardy was on his game tonight. The 3 from the corner and the foul for the 4-point play. And the Bulldogs win this one at home 68-57 over the visiting Breathitt County Bobcats. Semifinal round of the boys 13th region All-A going on down in Harlan tonight. Barberville defeats Middlesboro 82-30, and Williamsburg cruises past Pineville 69-50, setting up a Barberville-Williamsburg championship game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Harlan High School. The winner represents the 13th region in Frankfort next week. Our Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week takes us to Pineville tomorrow night, a girls and boys doubleheader between Bell County and Harlan County. Ladies up first with the #1 ranked Lady Cats and the Lady Black Bears. Tip-off set for 6 o'clock tomorrow. Then immediately following the boys game is at 7:30. You can watch both games live on this TV as well as online at WYMT.com.